Hi, this is Vivian Stewart, the virtual librarian at Southwest Tennessee Community College, and we're starting at our library's homepage, which is www.southwest.tn.edu/library. And I'd like to point out, whenever you see the message "We're offline, click to email," that you can send me an email via our virtual reference module. And whenever I'm online, you can send me a chat and I will respond. Today I have the opportunity to introduce you to a resource that we ran a trial on last semester. So we're going to our electronic databases page, and I am scrolling down until I find the category of science, and we're going to Anatomy and Physiology Online. So we will click on it, and when the page appears, we are simply clicking on the graphic Anatomy and Physiology Online, and now the database is actually opening up. There are 19 various titles that are here where students can go through a course on their own, all the way from body, plan, and organization through the reproductive system. Our faculty also will have access to content that they can use in their classes also. So if I was a student and I was having trouble learning the nervous system, I would simply click on this link, which will open this module up. And now on the left hand side, these are the various components that I can actually go through. What you need to know provides us with our objectives, or the things that we should know or we should be thinking about as we're going through this. Over to the right hand side, this shows you the anatomy and physiology part of it, and this is basically some text, or it could be some slides or some movies that we can actually look at. This is our 3D area here. So we can actually go from frame to frame, which actually moves this module around for us. Or because it has 3 layers, we can add layers or we can remove layers. And we can actually hover over to see what an item is, or we can click on it and that will highlight it for us. We have the ability to change the colors if we want to see something on another color. We can send this to the printer or we can save this. We can also zoom in and zoom out. Okay. We also can just go to another area if we want to. So now I'm moving on to the spinal cord. Once again, remember you have the various layers that you can add on and you can add out, and you can click on a certain area and highlight it. Remember the anatomy and physiology part is over to the side here. So if by chance I want to move one of these thumbnail graphics over, I just simply click on it and that places it over here, and we can maximize it. And we can go through and we can look at the different structures that are available. And we can turn the key structures on and off if we want to. And as I continue down, just remember this is information that the students should be able to read the text and then make sure that they fully understand everything as we're going through. Let's look at one more before we move on. Let's look at reflexes. And with reflexes, there's a diamond here, so I know that this is actually a video. So a student can go through and watch a very short video on the subject matter. They have the ability to search for things, so we could be specific and just search for lung. And it will let us know where we have information on the lung. And it lets us know that it is text or slide, movie, or 3D, and just simply clicking on the link will now display that for us. We also have an index. This is an alphabetical index, and it provides us with a pronunciation key. So if I don't know how to pronounce something, I would just simply click on this to listen to it, or I could go and actually watch that movie. I am closing this out. I also want to point out that there's a module entitled Aging. Then this is just text that we can read, and we can close it out. And there's something that's entitled clinical. And once again, this is text that we can read. And then there's something entitled case studies. And with case studies, as we're going through, a student has the opportunity to respond over to the side, and then they can actually see what the correct answer is. And we can close that out. There is a topic quiz that you can take in order to assess your knowledge of the subject matter. And I started this earlier, so I just will resume it. And we can actually take a test and submit it for grading. Or once we finish the entire module, we can do a quiz. And this is loading up now. And once again, I started this earlier. And there are 78 questions that they can go through, and they could take the entire module quiz. And so we are closing this out. So please keep in mind that if by chance you are thinking about taking an anatomy and physiology class and you just want to see exactly what it entails, you can go through this course on your own. Or if by chance you're already in the class and you're having some troubles and you're not getting everything you need from the textbook, well then this is something that you can work on your own with at your own pace and just grasp the subject matter a little bit better. Please keep in mind that you always want to log out when you're finished, because we only have a certain number of licenses where people can use this at the same time. So if you're not using it, we want to make sure that you're logged out so somebody else will have an opportunity to use it. If you want to work from home, you will be asked for your Southwest username and password, and you would have access just as though you were on campus. Please share this information with other students, because we want to make sure that you are successful in your classes, and whereas we're not able to tell everybody, we know that you're spreading the word around, other students will know about it. Please let us know if this is helpful for you so that we can search for other resources that will make you to become successful students. So have a great time using anatomy and physiology online.